Welcome to Confessions of a Terrible Leader, where real leaders share the raw truth about the lessons they learned the hard way so you don't have to. Join our host, Layci Nelson, founder of Transcend Leadership Collective and former terrible leader. On this podcast, we invite you to step into the confessional and get real with the messy stories and behind-the-scenes reality of leadership. Let's get to it. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Confessions of a Terrible Leader. It's me, Mary Scott, your friendly neighborhood podcast producer, here today with Layci Nelson. Layci, welcome to your own show and welcome to summer.
Oh, I know. So listeners, we're recording. I still have to figure out what to call of you guys. Friends? Viewers. We are just starting summer, but when you are getting this, it's going to be the end of summer.
Right. August. Yes.
August. So we'll be heading out of summer and transitioning back into thinking about school mode. Or for some of you, God bless you, you'll already be in school.
Right. Gosh.
That's so early.
I know. I can't, it is so early.
But
really
let's
scary.
enjoy. Let's enjoy our summer, everyone.
Yes.
And I hope it was fabulous. Cheers to whatever happened in your summer.
Yeah, exactly. Cheers to the future from where we are right now.
Yes.
Best to you.
Best to you all.
So, Layci, speaking of summer and when we are recording, like Layci said, it's June. We're recording in June, but this is going to air in August. But what we're going to talk about today absolutely will still be fully relevant in August, because a little shout out to our new teammate, our sales director, Blaine Hillman. She gave me this fabulous idea of asking, okay, what is the number one advice you would give to a fresh graduate? Could be high school or could be college, someone who is just about to start their actual career job.
Yes.
Lots of endings and new beginnings to youth.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting time right now. I think we are seeing a lot of shifting young people. I feel so weird saying young people.
I know.
But it's true. Sorry,
It's not us anymore, Mary.
No, it sure isn't. And on one hand, I'm like, thank goodness.
You have a young people. Mary has a high school grad now.
I do. Yes, I do. I have a fresh high school graduate.
Yes.
My oldest son just graduated high school a couple weeks ago and is going to be moving to the North Woods in August, actually. So lots of changes. And I think a lot about his career path and what would be the number one advice you would give to a young graduate. Big question.
It is a huge question, which is why we're only doing one today, right?
Yes.
So one question. Also, want to throw in there, and I know full well you know this because I know your kid, tech schools as well. If you got tech or vocational or apprenticeship, what do they need to know?
Yes.
This is universal. So wherever they're going into that career, the number one advice is be curious. Don't feel like you have to know anything to speak up and ask questions. When you go into a new work environment, one of the biggest gifts that you bring is your fresh perspective and your curiosity. Because when we're working in it all the time, we get blinded. It's hard to fish in the water you swim in, right? We lose perspective because we're just so in it that we can't see the forest for the trees anymore. Can't read the label from inside the jar. And one of the best parts of bringing new people in is they see things that you don't. And so understanding that you have that ability and that gift, no matter, even if you don't have the experience. In fact, not having the experience is probably going to lead you to ask some really valuable questions.
Yes.
Because you don't even know what you don't know yet.
Right.
If you're curious or you're like, why do we do it this way? Or what is the purpose of that? Or tell me more about this. Or if your boss asks you, what do you think about that? It's okay to say, if you're an off the top of your head person, say it off the top of your head. If you're a process person, say, I'm still processing it. Can I check in with you about this tomorrow? And then actually do it.
Right.
Follow up.
Yes.
But I just want to encourage everybody going in that you bring something to the table that nobody else has, in that you're new to the field as a professional, whatever field you've chosen. And you're going to ask great questions because you're going to see things that other people don't see. What I want to add to that is how to do it in a way that doesn't come across as obnoxious.
Sure.
Or how to do it in a way that doesn't unintentionally come across as like you're suggesting a better way. And so people are going to get defensive. And that's where that can go south. So I want to set you up for success. But before that, Mary, thoughts?
Well, I love that. I mean, curiosity is huge. And I think a healthy curiosity can help you find kind of this beautiful middle ground of it helps you, I think, to be more open, less afraid of failure. And that can be a huge thing.
Yeah.
Going into like new situation, whether you're starting college or you finished college and are moving into like a career job. But also something else that I love to share with graduates is you are never stuck. You are never stuck. And I think if you can really wrap your mind around that and really be comfortable with that, I think so often I can say just from experience as a youth, when I was a youth, I had this very, very, very inflexible idea of what I thought my future should look like.
The shoulding all over ourselves. Yes.
Right. Exactly. And I wish someone had told me, you're never going to be stuck.
Right.
You can try new things. You can go new places. You can experiment. It's like, maybe I want to do this. There is no better time in your life than right now for trying new things and, like I said, going new places and to just really rest in the fact that unless you break a ton of laws, you are never stuck.
Yeah. Don't break lots of
Let's
laws.
preface it.
Try to avoid felonies.
Yeah, that's my advice. Avoid felonies. Yeah. But
even if you have one, it's not the end of the world. I will say that.
Like, listen, the path can be long and complicated,
yes.
and that is often just life.
Yeah, right.
So how can, if you are a youth, I'm just going to keep saying that, how can you best set yourself up for, you don't want to come across as obnoxious or, super arrogant? Understanding that, yes, I can bring a fresh perspective. Now, how do I do this in a way that is respectful and understanding where you are, whether it's a company or a very particular role, an internship, whatever.
Right.
How do you best approach that?
It's actually way easier. I'm going to keep this super simple. Let's say you're talking with someone or they're showing you something or you have a thought later or whatever. You're sitting in a meeting and you're not sure how you're supposed to contribute, whatever your situation is. If you have a thought, a question, capture it. So like pull out your phone and make notes or write it down or whatever, and either bring it up in the moment or talk about it later, ask a follow-up question later. But curiosity goes a long way for people going, oh, they want to be here. And how do we approach it? When you have a question, all you have to say to have people not feel like you're trying to be, one up them or question how they do things, all the unhealthy habits that I'm sorry, young people, to let you know. Just because someone is an adult does not mean they're not going to get defensive and that they necessarily have honed the skills of emotional maturity and intelligence that they need.
So true. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. So if you set it up with, I'm really looking forward to learning from you, letting them know that. Like, I'm looking forward to learning from you. I'm asking this question because I realize I don't even know what I don't know. Those two things. I'm looking forward to learning from you. And I have this question because I don't even know what I don't know. That is going to go so far in helping the other party, if maybe they don't have the level of emotional maturity to not be defensive. If you're like, why do you do it that way?
Sure. Yeah. They could be a little bristly.
They could get a little bristly, especially, I don't want to say especially. You may very well see, especially in areas, I said it again, I'm saying it anyway, in areas like technology, where there's like a way faster way to do this.
Yes.
If you take the time and be curious and genuinely ask, what are the factors that, have led to this being the system or the way it's done? What are the advantages? What do you like about it? Do you ever see room for doing it a different way or transitioning to a different system? These are all great questions to ask when you preface with, I don't know what I don't know, and I'm looking forward to learning from your experience. So I'm going to ask probably an obnoxious amount of questions. Feel free to tell me no more questions today. You get 3 a day or whatever. But if you preface it with that, if you set it up with that and you lead with curiosity and you ask what questions, what more than why do you do it that way?
Right. Yes. It does require some tact. I love that you immediately go into lead with these questions because I think very, very important skill to learn as you enter your young adulthood is learning how to ask really good
Oh, that's such a
questions.
great skill.
Yeah. The art of learning how to ask really good questions will take you so far, and it never stops being
Oh,
helpful.
always. I always joke when we take on new clients, my job is to be a professional listener and a really good question asker. And truly,
Yes.
that is a large part of what we do. People pay
Yes.
us to listen to them and ask them questions. So it is a skill set. Sharpen it, sharpen it.
Yes.
And cheat codes. Here's a little cheat code for you. You can, whatever your feelings about AI, pick an AI platform that you feel comfortable with, and you can set up the context of, hey, I am going into a new work environment.
Mhm.
This is the job, the details, and then give it the prompt. What are some great questions for me to ask as I'm onboarding to show curiosity and engagement in this industry?
Mhm.
And that can just help you to begin. And you can also ask it, what are ways I should not formulate questions?
Examples.
Yeah, it'll shoot you
Yes.
examples. And so it's a great brainstorming partner. Now, don't bring it and read them verbatim, but
No.
please don't do
I was
that.
going to say, please don't
No,
memorize
no.
them. It's so helpful for
Yes.
brainstorming and just getting ideas, but please do not
Right,
memorize
right.
them.
You still have to use your brain, but the process of
Yes.
thinking it through, it will be helpful for you.
Yeah.
Learning to prompt is in itself a skill of asking great questions. It's going to sharpen
Yes.
that skill for you. And it's going to let you know if your questions are clear or not. Because I can't tell you how many times I thought I asked for one thing, but the logic wasn't there. And I got this response from the AI and I was like, oh, well, it's clearly me. I didn't vibe code. I didn't know that was a word until like 2 months ago. I didn't vibe code it right.
That's hilarious. Right. But it's funny. I think it can be some good feedback that, oh, perhaps that question was not formulated as well as I thought it was.
Yes.
You know, there's some holes in the logic, in the reasoning. Like Layci said, it's a really good practice tool, really great for brainstorming. It can help point you in the right direction. And, you know, the only way to get good at something is, well, as the musician says, practice. It works.
And as this weightlifter says, get your reps in. You just got to do the reps.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Just repetition, practice. I think that if that is like the one piece of advice a young graduate, a young professional took with them, I think that would go a really long way for them. And I just want to say, young people, sorry to say that word again, but young people, I am for you and I believe in you. And there's still so many good things to be had out there. And I know you can bring it.
1,000,000%, Mary. I love that. Our whole team is pro young people. Every single person on our team, as I'm thinking through the list, even the ones that you guys never see their faces, go check out our website because their faces are all amazing. All of us, in one way or another, have youth development and working with young people in our backgrounds and education. Every single one of us.
Every single one of us, in one capacity or another, we all have a background in youth education or development. It's true. I guess I never really thought about that, but that is 100%
We are all
true.
about you guys. As Mary said, you got a whole team behind you rooting for you. I am a sucker for youth. So if you hear this podcast and you reach out and email me or message me, whatever, Mary will drop all of our links. I will respond to you. You will actually get me, not a bot. I will actually respond to you. You may think, oh, I'm not that important. I don't want you to think that. You're going to get bumped to the top of my list, not the bottom.
No, it's like youth, number one. We take care of our huge clients.
Care
I
of
just
you
want to
all,
make sure that's
big and
very
small.
clear.
Yes.
We take care of all of you. But if youth reached out to us, that's something that you'd bump to the top. It's like, oh my gosh, let's just have a conversation. So don't be afraid. You know?
Use your resources and count us among them.
Yes. Please do. Oh, I love that. I could talk about youth and education and development. I could talk about that for a long time, but we wanted to keep this short and sweet. So, Layci, thank you for your time. Thank you for your insight. I'm sure we'll revisit this topic from time to time because we have a very fascinating workforce of youth.
I'm so excited, honestly.
It's so interesting.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that. It's just fascinating. It is actually something so often in complete opposition to other things that we hear so often, but I actually feel very hopeful when I think about our youth.
I am as
really
well.
do.
Ooh, maybe that's our next Q&A.
Oh, okay. Woo, I got chills. That's a sign. I'm taking a note. All right. friends, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. Also, too, if you didn't know this already, we do have a YouTube channel. All of our episodes, video episodes, are on there. Give us a follow if you like.
Yes.
We'd love to connect. Layci, any closing words?
Send this to a young person in your life.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Perfect. Wonderful. All right, friends. Well, you know what to do. Until next time, go manage like a leader. Thanks for listening to Confessions of a Terrible Leader. If you're feeling brave and have your own terrible leader story that you'd like to share, head over to transcendleadershipcollective.com/podcast to fill out a guest application. We'd love to hear from you. Confessions of a Terrible Leader is hosted by Layci Nelson and produced and edited by Fixation Point Productions. Music is by Leif Olson and Mary Scott from the band The Number of Months. Confessions of a Terrible Leader is a free leadership resource offered by Transcend Leadership Collective. If you are ready to refuse the limits of average leadership and join the leadership revolution, visit transcendleadershipcollective.com to check out our offerings for engaging workshops, strategic planning, and more. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. And until next time, go manage like a leader.